and welcome to another episode of Let's Go Racing. I'm Dani Gibson here with Dick Jerardi. We are coming to you right from Parx Racing. It's Belmont Stakes Day. Make sure you come out and join us. We have live racing today. We have the Basset Hounds from Tri-State Basset Hound Rescue. They're going to start after the 5th race. That's about 2 p.m. So lots of fun, but all eyes will be on the 3rd jewel in the Triple Crown up at Saratoga. Talk about the field.
Yeah, and the Belmont card, by the way, starts like right after we're off the air. So get out here and start gambling on Belmont. Then you got Parx all day. Look, 8 horses, but everybody's focused on 3. You got the Derby winner, Sovereignty. You got the Preakness winner, Journalism, and you got Baeza, who was such a good third. The Derby winner and the Derby third have the 5 weeks off. Obviously, the Preakness winner does not. So we'll see how it shakes out.
Well, we were lucky enough to have Michael McCarthy on the Gate to Wire podcast. We got to talk to him about how the horse is doing and just about their plan. Did you get confidence from him?
I always do. He's very laid back, but he's also very insightful. You just got to listen closely. He tells you stuff. And here's Michael McCarthy.
The post position would suggest that he should get a clean run. I know you said you didn't really care, but at this point, wouldn't you rather just be outside so you don't have those issues?
I think so. I mean, the horse has run well when he's been drawn down inside of horses. He's been in every scenario possible. Everyone was worried about him not having enough experience with trouble and traffic and what have you before the Kentucky Derby. I think we've put that to rest now. Drawn 7 of 8, we can kind of bounce on out of there. I'm sure that there will be some sort of a fairly quick pace up in front of us. Rodriguez, Baeza, Crudo. So we'll leave it up to Umberto and Journalism just to kind of find their spot there going into the first turn. At this stage, we're not too worried about his fitness. We're just worried about keeping him fresh. One, you see him happy. He had a nice work here the other day, half mile, 47-3. Really was going through the lane nicely the other day. So he's telling us he's fit and ready.
Well, Journalism's been our horse from when we started watching the Kentucky Derby prep races. I'll be rooting for him, but Sovereignty, the Kentucky Derby winner, a fresh horse. He's been training up at Saratoga. Mott is very confident.
Yeah, and he's in the hands of one of the greats of all time. And we said this before, but he is out of a Pennsylvania-bred mare named Crown. So a little PA-bred action with the Derby winner this year.
Here's more with the Hall of Fame trainer.
Been very good. I mean, we've been very lucky with everything that's gone on since he's been here. I mean, he's been, moving well over the track and eating the bottom out of the feed tub, and he's carrying his weight well. So I hope he's doing as good on Saturday as he was this morning.
Well, come join us today here at Parx for a good time. The picnic area will be rocking and rolling, and check out the Basset Hounds and, of course, live racing. Bet on the Belmont right here in Bensalem. It's going to be a lot of fun. Kendrick Carmouche, one of our Hall of Fame jockeys right here at Parx, was awarded with a very big accomplishment.
The George Wolf Award, voted by his peers. He was at Santa Anita last weekend, Dani, to be celebrated really all weekend long, and then he got the trophy. It was so cool to see. Here's more with Kendrick.
It's amazing, my career come to this point where, I got 4,000 wins. I win the George Wolf Award, and, it's an honor, It's just another lesson you can teach your kids and the young ones that come after you that success can come anywhere. If you see me in the jocks room, I'm the happy-go-lucky guy. I got my music on, everybody vibing. But soon whenever they ring the bell for us to go to the jocks room, it's a different type of game, like you still my friend, but you're not my friend, and I'm letting you know whenever I'm out there, I'm there to win. I'm not there to play no games. I want to win just as bad as you. When I get back to the jocks room, I'm going to turn my music back on, and we're going to start all over again until they ring the bell again. It's like being in the ring for a boxing match, I have a lot of respect for all those guys, but they know when the gates open, it's a different story.
Kendrick has some live mounts today at Saratoga. Pay close attention, Dani. I will be getting involved.
Yeah, I know you really like his mounts today. And he was here at Parx this week just beaming. And he said when he was out there, he gave Parx some love. And it was great that they got to see the KC that we get to know and love.
Absolutely.
And just his energy.
He's one of the best.
We're going to go to our first break. When we come back, we're going to go back from racing here at Parx and some national races. Stick around.
We go around the far turn. Bella Queen, game on the lead, but Paco Bell up together. Paco Bell, Bella Queen fights on.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just me, Ma.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Shake those pearls, Mima.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Let's take a look back at some local racing from Parx. It was last week, Monday's 8th race. Optional claiming $75,000 if you win for that big tag. Going 6.5 furlongs, $42,000 on the line, and Son of Thor coming out of those 3 wins is our favorite.
Yeah, going for 4 in a row. Danny claimed for $16,000 by Mike Pino and hasn't lost since. The man remains on fire.
Friday surprise for Uriah St. Louis, second choice, A.J. Williams up in the saddle.
Always great to see Uriah in any race.
Here it is, Monday's 8th.
Friday Surprise wrestles the lead away from Sir Charlie Brown. Those two on fairly even terms as they head down the backstretch. On the inside, Friday Surprise, Sir Charlie Brown. Then it's Son of Thor. He's third. Alchemism fourth. Back, Let's Make It a Double. A sharp 22 flat the opening quarter. And Friday Surprise has a tenuous lead. Sir Charlie Brown to the outside presses the issue. Then it's Son of Thor. He's gotten the cue. He is gaining with that big stride. Alchemism's in fourth. At the back, Let's Make It a Double. Sir Charlie Brown comes right back. Friday Surprise tries to counter, but Sir Charlie Brown has reclaimed the lead as they go around the far turn. 45-2 for the half. Sir Charlie Brown, he has put away Friday Surprise. Now he has to brace for Son of Thor, who looms to his outside. Alchemism's also trying to get in gear on the outside. Let's Make It a Double. It is Sir Charlie Brown, Son of Thor up to confront him, and Son of Thor has taken the lead. Let's Make It a Double, gaining late. Son of Thor on the inside. Sir Charlie Brown's running a huge race. He will not go away. He's taking the lead back. Son of Thor, these two are battling it down to the wire. On the outside, Son of Thor has a narrow lead. Son of Thor gets the win, but it was a really good stretch drive. Sir Charlie Brown, Adorno for Ed Coletti, battling Son of Thor, but Son of Thor got up with Paco Lopez. That's their 4th win. What a claim, and this horse is in great form, a 3-year-old PA bred.
Yeah, and Michael Pino's still hanging just around 40% at the meet. Now, so we're talking from January now into June, and he's still doing it.
We're going to go into Monday's 9th race. This is our Parx picks. Fillies and mares going 7 furlongs, $52,000 on the line. And the favorite is Edge of Town. Bobby Ann Hawthorne is the trainer.
And this was your pick, if I recall, Danny, going for 4 in a row. It looked like on paper a really good pick.
Bella Queen, Howard Brown is the trainer, second choice.
Another guy that we love every time we see Rogers horses in here.
Parx picks, here it is, Monday's 9th race.
Bella Queen, Dancing on My Own. Those two rushing up the inside, and it's going to be Dancing on My Own and Bella Queen. Those two are going to decide early. Eclair Blanc taking back pretty sharply there. Pure Lore, she's up into 3rd. Edge of Town, Eclair Blanc back into 5th. Then it's Paco Bell. Mia Tosca to the inside. She talks too much. She skims the rail at the back. Do it. Bella Queen now has a clear advantage as they head down the backstretch. 22-4. Bella Queen leads the way. She talks too much. Edge of Town, she's getting a little bit closer. Pure Lore holds her position. Those 3 stacked across the track, chasing Bella Queen. Paco Bell, she's up into 5th. Then She Talks Too Much. Eclair Blanc. Mia Tosca at the back. Do it. Bella Queen trying to shake clear as they head into the far turn. Bella Queen has led on the inside. Edge of Town. Then She Talks Too Much is gaining on the inside. Pure Lore's gotten the cue as they're all chasing Bella Queen. The half, 46 flat. Bella Queen with the lead. Chasing now into second, Paco Bell. She's made her move. She's coming up to confront Bella Queen. Pure Lure, then it's Edge of Town. She talks too much, trying to sustain her rally. They go around the far turn. Bella Queen, game on the lead, but Paco Bell up to get her. Paco Bell, Bella Queen fights on the outside, making up some ground. She talks too much. Eclair Blanc's hitting her stride, but it's Paco Bell. She now has the lead. Paco Bell, a clear advantage with a 16th left. She talks too much, continues to chase. Mia Tosca getting in gear late, but it is Paco Bell who gets the win.
Pacha Bell gets the win. Kendrick Carmouche, he was just on fire. And Esteban Padilla, he ran first and second. Really good finish there. And pretty competitive race.
Yeah, 5-1 on Kendrick. Favorite was Nowhere. My horse that I picked, Pure Lure, was Nowhere. Come on, Michael. Help me out here, buddy. But yeah, the easy winner with Kendrick.
Well, let's get to some national races. And the Kentucky Derby winner, Mystic Dan, returns. This is the Grade 3 Blame. $275,000 back at Churchill Downs, a mile and an eighth. But the favorite is coming from Maryland, Post Time.
Yeah, I was a little surprised Post Time was favored, given that his first race back, even the look rate wasn't as good, but I think just the back paper said, hey, Post Time. Really cool horse for Brittany Russell and her husband who rides him.
Sheldon out there to ride him. And Banishing, this is a cool horse too, second choice.
Yeah, Banishing has just run one good race after another. It was interesting. Mystic Dan was bet pretty hard the whole way, and then at the very end, all the money came in elsewhere. Mystic Dan drifted all the way up to 3-1 on the Derby winner back at Churchill for the first time since the Derby. How can you ignore the Derby winner?
Here it is, the Blame Stakes.
They're 10 lengths off the leading Alexander Helios, who hits the backstretch run after an opening quarter that's on the board in 22-4. So Alexander Helios leads the way down the backstretch. Antiquarian prompting second. Hall of Fame is stalking them intently on the outside third. Mystic Dan still down inside fourth, inside of Tennessee Lamb. Post Time and Banishing are catching up to the others. It's a tighter pack as they head for the far turn. 4 furlongs to go. Alexander Helios and Antiquarian still going head and head for the lead. Hall of Fame perched out 3 wide. Mystic Dan is set to strike in behind fourth. Banishing begins to roll from the back of the pack. Here comes Banishing now. Quick move on the far turn. And Post Time is following him as they come for the top of the stretch. Hall of Fame Antiquarian. Mystic Dan cut the corner again off the turn and grabbed the lead right at the top of the stretch. The Derby winner's in front with a furlong to go. Mystic Dan the leader, furlong to hold it. Hall of Fame's trying hard. Banishing's flattened out an Antiquarian, but it's Mystic Dan first beneath the Twin Spires once again. Mystic Dan, no need for the photo.
Mystic Dan back at Churchill, back in the winner's circle, up the rail. Looked a lot like the Kentucky Derby. Brian Hernandez Jr., just a picture-perfect ride.
Yeah, the only difference here, Danny, is it was not nearly as tight on the rail, and he actually went around one horse, but then he got right back to the rail. Great ride by a terrific rider. Great to see Mystic Dan back in the winner's circle. Kenny will obviously pick out some races. I think you'd probably see him at Saratoga this summer. Maybe who knows? Maybe we'll see him at Churchill and Stephen Foster, but whatever. It's cool to see the Derby winner back in the winner's circle.
And I think you got to give Post Time some credit. Look,
Yeah,
he had a lot
ran
of traffic.
fine.
Sheldon Russell never had clear running, but
Yeah, he'll be fine.
that is a cool horse.
Yeah,
well,
no doubt.
let's hear what Kenny McPeak has to say about Mystic Dan.
We really needed to step ladder this horse, and we've gotten, the Oaklawn race was a good step to let us into this race, and we needed to ease him up. And in hindsight, I wish I hadn't run him. Those 2 races after we came out of the Triple Crown were misfires, and I'm just really proud to have gotten him back to this.
All right, well, let's go out to California, Santa Anita. It's the Grade 3 Triple Bend Stakes, 7 furlongs, and Nisos back in the entries.
1-5. Baffert thought about running him in the Med Mile, Danny. Remember we saw him after all that time off. He ran great in the Churchill Downs, just missed winning that race, but on paper he lays all over this field.
Dr. Venkman, second choice. Look, I like Dr. Venkman.
As do I. It's a pretty cool horse. Mark Glatt, one of the leading trainers out there, but it's Nisos, and he's back home. Look out and watch out with this performance.
They're coming to the 3/8 pole. Nisos, tackled by Dr. Venkman, who returns to the races today. Against this brilliant Nisos, who comes to the quarter pole just in front. Nisos and Dr. Venkman have pulled clear from Smooth Cruisin' and Spirit of McKenna. They're at the top of the stretch, and it's Nisos with the advantage. Opens up 3 just like that, powering through the stretch. Back home at Santa Anita. and showing us the brilliance that he displayed years ago. Look at Nisos. Just gallop through the stretch in the triple bend.
Nisos never asked. Very impressive win, and he got a huge number, right?
108. I texted Baffert after the race. I said, what's the goal? He said, Breeders' Cup Classic. So you can maybe races like the Pacific Classic to get there. He's always thought 2 turns was going to be best. This was a powerhouse performance. Look, it's a long way to go, Danny, but there's a chance this is the best horse in the country. And there's a lot of competition this year, a lot of really good horses out there.
Well, we'll see Nisos take another big step forward. Beautiful son of Nyquist, Kentucky Derby winning sire, and pretty cool stuff. Well, we're going to go to another break. When we come back, we have part 5 of the Fleet Alex story, where he goes up to the Belmont Stakes. You don't want to miss it, plus more racing from Parx.
Amazing Blue full contact chases Gamely.
This is Parx.
This is how you roll, this is how it goes. This is how you pop, this is how you rock. Take a chance, do a dance, little romance. This is how you This is how you excite, this is how you all night. 360 hit me, now we're going all in. I can feel it calling, the crowd, the light, the night, the sights, the vibe is right. This is how you This is
Parx, Pennsylvania's #1 casino experience. This is how you win.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided for over 4,000 former racehorses with a safe retirement.
These brave warriors do so much for the fans, and we want to make sure they're taken care of.
It's a group effort by all the owners and the trainers, and we've helped so many horses.
Responding to the need of a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retirement of the equine population at Parx Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
It's awesome. I mean, these are the things that we deal with every day that put us into the game and make the game great. Without the horses, we have nothing.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
Aftercare, it takes all of us, and every single person is responsible for it. These horses give us everything on the track. It's up to us to give them everything off the track.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please contact us at turningforhome.org.
We're back here at Let's Go Racing. 20 years ago, a Fleet Alex went up to the Belmont Stakes.
Yeah, after the amazing win in the Preakness, right, where Jeremy Rose almost came off and the horse won going away. It was going to come to the Belmont as obviously the favorite. It was the best of this group. It was the rematch between the Derby winner, right, and the Preakness winner. Well, it was a mismatch. Here's the 2005 Belmont Stakes and a Fleet Alex.
But a Fleet Alex is taking him for a scrappy team blew the turn.
I didn't sleep a lot that night. The concern was after the race, we're going to pick up something that's not going to be good. Don't come out of an incident like that without any problems. Everything seemed to be fine. So I figured, well, we're going to go forward to the Belmont.
I looked at the track, how big it was. Had no doubt the horse could go that far.
New York was pretty cool. They actually gave us our own tent with food, drink, tellers for 250 people, and we were the toast of the town.
The Belmont, in my opinion, was the easiest race to ride.
Giacomo's got a good spot early. He's running 5th toward the inside. He's only about 3 or 4 lengths from the early lead. Very close for Giacomo.
Giacomo, not sure why he was in front of me at that point, but he was at the quarter pole before I was.
A Fleet Alex is still lingering at the back of the pack.
A Fleet Alex is in the back. I'm like, what's going on? Maybe it's not his day.
I had talked to Jeremy about how to ride the race, and where you normally get to the 3/8 pole when you start to ride, that's not where. You gotta wait.
A Fleet Alex. Jeremy Rose is yet to make a move on him.
To count to 10 very slowly, and then pull the trigger.
But here comes the Preakness winner.
The only thing I thought was we're just gonna rip the heart out of him. Here and now, finish it. We did.
And a Fleet Alex just ran right by Giacomo like he was standing still. A Fleet Alex opening up with a tremendous burst of energy. He's 5 lengths clear at the 8th pole. Giacomo has waited. A compelling, outstanding performance by the plucky of Fleet Alex.
It was good to see him beat that field the way he did. He was heads and shoulders above anything that was out there at the time.
It's too hard to describe. It's just some craziness. It's an out-of-body experience, that race. It's torture before the race, but after the race, it's just unbelievable. What a special horse.
Unfortunately, the Belmont was his last race. And I just looked at his legs and started to notice some filling in an ankle. This is absolutely typical of what happens about 3, 4, 5 weeks after a traumatic incident like the Preakness. He had a condylar fracture.
I remember my phone rings and it's Tim, and he goes, unfortunately, Fleet Alex has an injury. He's not going to overcome it. We're going to have to find him a home.
So they made a deal to go to Gainesway. We shipped him there. I rode in the back of the van with him, and that was special.
Alex put me in a different category jockey-wise. I mean, from Alex on, I got to ride in that top echelon again, with, Big Brown, Heritage Grace horse like that. In my opinion, none of them come close to him.
Yeah, Fleet Alex, he was the epitome of a racehorse. He helped my career. He was a very, very special horse.
It was a whirlwind. It was 1 year, but it was a great experience for the family, friends, Alex's lemonade stand. That's one of the things I'm probably most proud of, is all the good that we did with this special horse.
What a race. And the Alex's lemonade stand, that was just so meaningful to a lot of people. It's just beautiful to see her get the support.
Absolutely.
And all rally around this awesome horse.
Yeah, the most fun I've ever had covering the Triple Crown. I mean, Chuck and Joe Lero and Jen Reeves and the whole crew and Jeremy Rose. I mean, it was just so much fun. And this was a terrific racehorse, as he proved in this race. And what's cool is he went through all three, and he was better at the end than he was at the beginning. And that's what gives me confidence in a horse like Journalism. It can be done. Curlin did it. Smarty Jones obviously did it. The Triple Crown winners did it. It's doable. You can win. You can either win or run great in all three. And a Fleet Alex, just like Smarty Jones, missed a Triple Crown by a length. His length just happened to come in the Derby.
That is just beautifully said, and I could not agree with you more. Really excited, and what just great athleticism, and just what a spectacular horse
Wonderful
he was.
horse. What a great place. 75,000 Chuck and everybody bought him at Timonium. Won over $3 million.
Well, let's get to a very worthy Jockey of the Week, brought to you by NovaCare. Congratulations, jockey Kendrick Carmouche, our Jockey of the Week. He got awarded the George Wolf Award and came back and had a couple of wins right here at Parx. We love you, KC. Congratulations. This week's Jockey of the Week, NovaCare, the power of physical therapy. It's time for another Turning for Home family photo. This is High Time Valentine, retired with 7 wins and 12 seconds after her 44 starts on the track. She found her perfect forever home with Heather, a match made in horse heaven. And here's to the beautiful journey for them and 2 new besties.
Gotta love it.
Well, let's get to best of the rest. We're going to head to the Jersey Shore. It's Monmouth Park. New Jersey bred fillies and mares in the Smart and Classy handicap. 1 mile. Nice purse to $86,000. And we have beach days coming from Park that's just kind of not really getting in the gear.
Yeah, for Farrell Man is going to end up, like you said, mid-pack. The 8 horse is going to end up running 3rd. But Danny, this horse has been over now $450,000. A great claim out of a maiden 10 early in her career, and she's been 6-year-old now. But Paco, shockingly, is going to win another one with the 7 on Mia's Crusade.
Yeah, nice effort there from Mia's Crusade. Some nice New Jersey bred fillies and mares. Well, let's get to this week's PTHA Trophy race. It was Tuesday's 4th race. It's kind of cool because it's a great trifecta, but look out for the Amazing Woo, gate to wire, dominant effort here.
Never in doubt. Michael Pino, what's going to win, off by himself, like by 6 at the wire. Claimed by our man Arcee after the race, 1-20. Another win for the man of the year at Parx, Michael Pino.
And I talked to Mike Pino after the race. It was kind of cool. The groom said, there was a bunch of claims, and Mike said, well, after 1, it doesn't matter. The horse already was claimed, but he's really had a cool team up with Gene Aguilar. Gene just sits on this horse and lets him do one thing, and really cool little gray horse. And the grays ran 1, 2, 3. Pretty cool there. Let's talk about Ion Racing. What a spectacular day it is.
Yeah, no doubt. We got the Belmont Stakes, the great Belmont card at Saratoga right here at Parx. We got live racing here at Parx, Danny. We have a number of the Derby also runs in the Matt Winn today at Churchill Downs. So it'll be a fun day all around.
Yeah, lots of horses that we've had a lot of fun to get to watch, and we're going to give you our Belmont picks.
Yes, we are.
After this break, and try to make you some money, and if not, make you feel good. Coming up next.
Some call you the Sultan of Slots. Others, the Baron of Baccarat. The rest, just Meemaw.
I'm tapped in. I'm tapped in.
But no matter who you are, you know there's always another way to win on the Parx app. New casino users score up to $1,000 bonus back in their first 24 hours. Shake those pearls, Mima.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parx Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parx is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
The question a lot of people are asking themselves these days is, do I buy new or do I buy pre-owned? Here's what I'll tell you. New car inventories are still low and new car prices are still high. However, with the certified pre-owned Nissan at Chapman Nissan, we have a huge selection and you can save thousands over new. Plus a 7-year, 100,000-mile limited powertrain warranty, roadside assistance, 1-year prepaid maintenance, and so much more. And not for nothing. Can you really tell the difference? I can't.
All right, we're here back on Let's Go Racing, and all eyes will be on the third jewel of the Triple Crown, the Belmont Stakes. Up at Saratoga, 1.25 miles, so a little bit shorter, but I'm going to stick with the horse that I've been on the whole time. Journalism, he comes from Post 7, same rider, Umberto Rispoli. Look, I really enjoyed our talk with Michael McCarthy, and I just think this horse is a horse that just showed he's above the rest.
Yeah, his Preakness was ridiculous. That just can't happen, but somehow it did. Look, I like the post. Shouldn't get in any trouble out there. Just stay out of trouble. Really good field, obviously. You got the Derby winner, you got Baeza. Nothing easy about it. I could do without a sloppy track. There's some talk of rain, but there's nothing we can do about that. I'm going to give you a double.
Okay.
We got Kendrick Carmouche in the Manhattan. I think he's going to be loose in the lead with Miguel Clement, and write the journalism. And there you go. So you can be live to journalism for some serious paper. I think KC's going to be about 6, 7, 8 to 1 in the Manhattan.
There you go. DJ trying to make you some money. Well, we have a different racing schedule this week. We're here Monday and Tuesday. We're skipping Wednesday because Sunday we have a Father's Day card. The NTL, the National Thoroughbred League, will be here. There'll be a couple PA bred stakes, but it's going to be a great card here on Father's Day.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun last year with the NTL. Dr. J. Julius Irving is going to come back again with the Philadelphia team. I am going to handicap some races, so come on out. It'll be a fun day on Father's Day.
It sure will, and make sure you get out here today. Again, live racing right here at Parx. Check out the Basset Hounds. They'll be running after the 5th race about 2 o'clock, but first post 12:05. You don't want to miss all the fun here at Parx today, and thanks for watching. Dick and I will catch you next time on Let's Go Racing.
Off and racing in the Parx Pennsylvania Derby in a flawless beginning, and seize the ray. He's going to seize the day in the Pennsylvania Derby. Here comes Torpedo Anna, a 16th left to go. Torpedo Anna, the Grizzly has the heart of a lion. Torpedo Anna gets the win, a narrow victory in the cotillion.